I'm going to go ahead and click that and get it going.
A lot of these new guys, these Forever Alone TFL guys on YouTube making YouTube accounts and making videos, they say, oh, it's more your face is determined if you're attractive or not. Well, I got a good looking face, but I'm only 5'11" and I still can't get girls. You have to be fake. You have to be fake. I've seen guys out there that are not attractive. They're fucking pieces of shit that act all arrogant and crap to the girls, and they get the girls no problem. That's because they're part of a group. They play the game. They know they can act fake. They've got no problem act like a jerk, and they can play. They can be part of the group and move along, go along, and do what they're told. Bend over and tag it up the ass, as you say.
Yes,
They've got no problem
exactly.
doing that. I can't do that. I can't put on that act. I feel bad. I have a soul. I'm not broken yet,
No,
and I'm
you want to be real. You want to be yourself. You
yeah.
don't want to put on a fraudulent act and be somebody you're not, just to try to get somebody in your life that you're not going to like or is going to treat you like dirt.
Correct.
I mean, that's what it really
I,
goes.
I could have look when I was 24, 23. I could have found someone or 25, but I would have to be I if I got involved with her, I would pretty much have to drop my bags, run straight to her, be her doormat, the dominator, the doormat. I was going to I was going to be the doormat that she can shit on, push around, and I'll take it because I've got no options. I go, nah, I've got respect for myself. I don't care if you're top notch model material. You're not gonna shit on me like that. You know,
That's it.
I'm not
That's
gonna
it.
take the abuse. I won't take the abuse. I won't take your shit. And
So,
when I gave her this, I gave her this in a nice, polite way. She was, oh my god. She couldn't control me. She got went to a funny mood because she realized she couldn't spin all the cards on me, and most guys will fall for her, but I wasn't doing it. Thinking, I don't get what's this guy's problem. He's not the guy that I really go for, but a guy like him should fall for me with no problem because an average guy, he should be all over me. She's not doing it. Why is that? Is it my look, my face, my makeup, my hair, my high heels, my jewelry? She's throwing all that crap onto me. And I'm just ignoring her, and she couldn't hack it. I left. I left because I couldn't hack her shit. I couldn't hack her energy. Her vibe was so annoying, so just irritating.
it was
I
fake.
go, nah. She's fucked in the head. She's got issues. She's got insecurity issues, and she has to have someone to always pamper her. Oh, you're wonderful. I go, nah. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
I
right,
can't be
right.
that guy.
You gotta give her all the attention, and everything's gonna be all about her, and nothing's ever about you. And don't you dare think
No.
about yourself for 30 seconds out of a day, because that would be wrong of you.
I tried testing her, and I tried testing her to see if she cared about me. No, she couldn't care about me at all. Joe, get my lunch. I go, you fucking serious? I had to get her the first and last time I got her lunch because she wanted me. She pushed me around. She bullied me. She wouldn't say no for an answer. I go, do I have to do it? Yeah, you have to do it. I go, fucking hell. That's it. A few days later, I fucking left the workplace because I couldn't hack her shit no more. No, I'm not going to take her abuse, man. Who the fuck would do that? Well, there's guys out there that will do that. I go out today and I see so many guys out there in relationships that are exactly that. Simps, they're the doormat. They're the doormat. A
I
bumbling
see.
idiot.
I see it all the
You
time.
drag him around like a chain. She's
Well,
dragged like a chain. Oh, okay, babe. Okay, I'll do it for you.
well, you know, it's sort of like,
Fucking loser, like that's the loser right there. I'm the fucking loser, you know.
but yeah, anyhow, so people, I'm gonna bring in Mr. Toronto, man. He wants to be involved in this, so I'm gonna bring him in.
Okay.
Okay. And just for anybody that's come on here, they want to know, this is Joe. Happy to be talking to him again.
Yeah.
It's been a while, I'm telling you. It has been a while since I've talked with Joe, and I'm actually glad he's here tonight.
Well, because well, I'm looking at renting, and getting out of my mum's house and moving out.
Hey, Bill. Hey,
That's
Bill.
why. Oh wow. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How's things?
Well, surviving, getting through it. Still in the same situation I am right now. Nothing's going to change. It's going to get worse, and I'm going to die old, die alone. I got to accept it. It does upset me. I get upset about it. That's why I'm here to discuss it. You're not alone out there. There are guys out there like yourself that are going through it, and it's sad that we're in a situation, and I just can't believe it. And I would never, not in a million years, like there's a, we were saying before about the gay agenda. The gay agenda about guys turning gay because they can't get AKA pussy. Um, I'm not going to do that. I will not get involved with a guy in a relationship. I just won't do it. I'm sorry, dude. I can't do it. It's not for me.
I hear you.
That
Um,
shit is happening a lot
have
out
you
there.
Tony, how do I say this? I friend zone two fat ugly girl, plenty of fish.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't go on. I don't go online, mate. I don't date anymore. I mean, I don't go on dating sites because I know it's rigged.
I know.
I know it's all. I know it's all. Like I did it 2 years ago, and I was getting messages, and I had to pay a fee for it to get to see the messages. And as soon as I paid the fee for it, the subscription fee, right?
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Um, I was able to access the messages. As soon as I respond back to them, no response back. The same result as you. It's all a show. It's all a show. It's
Oh,
all. The game is
it's
rigged.
free. It's for
The
free
game
though.
is rigged. The game is rigged.
I
The game
know.
is the dating game and the dating sites are rigged. It's all in female favor, and
Of course it is.
most females are attractive or decent looking. Do you think they're online? No, they're out getting guys with no fucking problem. They're at the
Well,
club and the bar with their girlfriends, and they don't have to try.
I had a white bitch tell me that she could have any guy she wanted. So then I told her, then well, you want plenty of fish, and she's like, I want to find a serious relationship.
Oh yeah, right. She don't. She wants to find a serious simp. Somebody who'll bend over and do all of her begging, calling, and as soon as she's through using him, she can throw him in the garbage and go on to her next.
Yeah, she'll try and get the guy that she really wants, the Chad. She'll see if she can control him. If she can't get the guy she really wants, then she'll go for an average guy like myself or Bill or yourself and see if she can land you. If she can't, well, why not? How can I not land this guy? Yeah, she's gonna get upset because she knows you're not the guy that she really wants, and she can't figure out why she can't control you. And so she's gonna try and pull all the stops and all those calls to pull you in. But if you're smart enough and you know what she's doing, you're gonna see right through her. And I was the type of guy that I could see what she was doing. But most guys, I've seen them. They're like little puppies. They just fall for it. They're so desperate, they will take it. They will gladly take it.
Yes,
Okay,
you're
you know,
correct. They will. They will. They will literally take it and bend over and take it up the rear by the female just so they can say they got a female in their life. And meanwhile, they'll be treated.
I'll put the you know what
Oh
inside her
man.
pussy.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be treated so low it isn't even funny. You
But
know.
is it really worth putting your dick inside her you know what? Just know where she's been, how many guys she slept with, how many guys
Yeah,
she's sucked off, just to know the type of guy that she's gone for. A different story, she's a virgin and she's sincere and she's waiting for the right one. They all say they do that. I'm holding out for the right one. But the reality is that most girls don't hold out for the right one. They go for the jerk. It is society promoting the bad boy, the magazines, the books, and movies. They're going for guys like us. They're going for guys like those guys, a bad boy, the Chads. You're not, you're not on her radar. Even if a
yeah,
single mother's got kids, she's still got options. Today was one great example. At the fucking store, getting my fucking stuff, groceries, just a few things, nothing big, and self checkout machine, right? And this lady, she pulls up right beside of her little kids, about a 3-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old son. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna try and you have to work on me. You're gonna pull that on me. I got my stuff and I got out of there. Like I know I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure by now, 25, you're 25 now. I'm pretty sure by now you should know the game, what girls do. It's so obvious in your face, and they don't take accountability for their bad behavior. They just think it's okay to go to a guy and throw their problems onto and to use that guy. They see nothing wrong with it. I think it's disgusting, man. I just no remorse, no empathy how the guy feels. It's all about yourself.
No, they
Man,
don't
when that
care.
kid's
That's the problem is people don't have care anymore, and these women, they do not care about men. Period.
no, they
Okay,
don't.
they really don't. It is about themselves. They will say all the great sales pitches. Oh, I care about you. Oh, I love you so much. But really, what they're doing is thinking about themselves because everything they said, but you hear a woman tell you how much they love you so much. No, they don't. Talking about these guys will fall for that, man. They'll eat that up, man. They'll eat
I
that up
know.
and jump right on in there and be handcuffed down. Next thing you know, freaking, oh, you're being dumped on every day. Oh yeah, that's right. You're lower than yeah. She don't respect you, man. She'll love her pet dog more than she'll ever love you.
I know.
It's
I
true.
you know
Um,
you know when I knew when I was 21. I mean I'm now 32, going 33 next year, and I was like many guys like True Force Toronto here. I I was robbed. I was robbed of my youth. I was robbed, man. I didn't get any fun. I got nothing, and I was told, just hold out, don't worry, you'll find the right one. Just just I just knew. I knew that hey, I'm 21. I should have no problem with getting a girl, but yet the girls were not. They didn't notice. They didn't take any notice of me. I was not. Now being 32 now, um, Uh, yeah, it's getting worse. I do
yeah,
get girls checking me out and single mothers, but it's nothing's changed. It's still the same. It's probably gotten
mm,
slightly worse than before. If you're getting
yeah.
older,
Um,
and I don't understand why guys commit suicide because you got to have tough skin. If you're not tough enough to handle the pressure of life, it's very easy just to go off the board and fuck it. I end my life. Wasn't there a guy on YouTube that killed himself recently?
Yes, there was.
Who's that person?
Baraka, I'm trying to think of his name again.
That was over a year ago.
Yes.
It's gone fast. A year has gone really fast. But so you don't know. It wasn't someone else that killed himself before. Um, I thought someone else killed himself besides him.
Well,
It was recently.
there's actually, I'm not sure about two recently. I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if somebody else has.
Yeah, you don't hear about it. You don't
Okay,
hear
and
about it.
I mean, I haven't heard it myself personally, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else has. If you've heard about somebody new, I mean, because the reality is this is going on, and everybody's turning their head to it. The
Oh, guess what?
normies, the women, they all turn their head to it. They know what
Oh,
they're
guess.
doing.
Oh, yeah, that. I told you how that guy. Now I told you. I think I spoke to you about it with Jay on the talk. I said that that 16-year-old girl got kidnapped. You know,
Right.
yeah. Well, guess what? According to the news where I live, they found the guy, and apparently he raped her. Then he killed her.
wow. Is that in Africa? Oh, is that in Australia?
Where I live, yeah.
Oh, because I've heard some crazy stuff about like that happening in Africa. Well, it's crazy.
Well, it's going to get more common now. The way things are going with the dating scene and how guys are feeling, you know.
Oh, it sucks.
Even the even in where I'm living, Australia, Melbourne, across the country, the police have said there's an increase of gang activity, of youth violence. There's more of it now than what it was in the last decade. It's on an increase, and I think TFL is a big proponent right there.
Yeah, me too,
Would you
buddy.
agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I would
Would you
say,
agree?
it's going to not only get worse, but the violence will
Yeah.
escalate because, before we went live, Joe brought up something very valuable, which is true. It's going to get to a point where you're going to be a guy who gets a girlfriend in your life,
Yeah.
and you're going to be targeted by other guys,
Absolutely.
okay, who are their whole intention is going to be to take that girl out from underneath you, even if they have to
Or
kick
take
your
you
ass or
out.
whatever, or take you out.
Yeah.
You're going to become targeted because
Yeah.
they want what you have because they can't have and they've never been able to get, and they look perceive as you. Oh well, you got a girl. This means you've had lots of girls in your life, not knowing the first thing about you, and you will become targeted. So
Or they
eventually,
want to.
just having a girlfriend eventually is going to be a dangerous thing to have.
Or they want to one you up because they think, oh, I'm taller than him, I'm bigger than I can take him out. He's weak. That's the mentality of most guys have, other guys that do have girls. And the girl, with all due respect, the girl would gladly dump you for the other guy who's better than you.
Yes.
Yeah, so
She
it
don't care,
goes
I don't
back.
care if you're nice and kind. That don't mean shit. So understand, be nice and kind. Don't get the girl, mate. Believe me.
So
When you're
it
a nice
goes,
guy, it's hard to
yeah,
be that way.
Bill. Okay, so it goes back to 1 to 5 seconds. That's all you have to do to impress a female.
In most cases, it's 1 to 5 seconds because they're already scoping you out before you ever get near them.
Yeah.
And they've
Looking for
already
your weak
made their
areas.
decision. Yes, they've made their decision based on appearance and a lot of things. And of course, nothing's 100% across the board, but in most cases, that's what it'll be.
I mean, I've experienced the 1 to 5 second rule so many fucking times. It's depressing to think
Oh,
about.
it's disgusting.
Well,
It's
you
disgusting.
know what's even more disgusting is when the men's rights movement leader, the feminist Karen herself, come out and literally said what she said. I don't care if she backtracked on her words after her fall or not, because she actually told what she felt. Okay, and that's sad because when you get the so-called men's rights movement leaders saying that, well, years ago at one time there was 90% of everybody was 90% of men and women were hooked up, but in today's society, 90% of the men won't be touchable. There's going to be a significant number of men that will never have nobody in
Yeah.
their life. And this
Well,
is
that
the woman is speaking out for men's rights saying this.
that's the collapse of our society. I
Yeah,
mean, when you have a lot of guys out there that got no girls, why would they get a job for? Why would they work and sustain society and maintain the roads, cut the grass, maintain the buildings? Why would they continue to do all of this when they've got no girl by their side? They're gonna say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do nothing, just let it pass me by," and so will start to crumble and come down. Because there's no reason. Why would I support a system that doesn't support me? Why?
that's
That's
exactly
that's
it.
that's that's where we're heading.
Well, that's it. Warren has said this a lots of times right here. He has made the statement that why would you want to support a system who doesn't support you? And that is a very correct statement because the system doesn't support you all because you made a mistake. You were born with a penis between your legs because everybody's so brainwashed and divided against each other.
You
The
got
only
each
thing
other.
I will say is to the globalists, they've done a fantastic job of divide and conquer because they've destroyed the genders.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen movies from the '80s that depict the TFL issue too. So actually, the TFL was like really strong in the '80s, I would say. Um,
80s. What do you mean 80s?
I watched. I can give you a link.
The 80s.
I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but it was I can email you like a link of list of
Yeah.
movies that depict the TFL struggle that was going on in the '80s. Of ugly, undesirable males being looked down upon and stuff like that. Do
Why?
you?
Why? It's remained so quiet, and yet it's like it's probably been around for a while now. It's remained so quiet and under the woodwork, and now it's gone to a point now where the lid's starting to come up. The lid is starting to raise up slightly. You know what I mean, Bill? Like
Yeah,
Like,
hold
yeah,
on a second because it appears that we may have an issue here. It's
what's
gonna
that?
suck if I have to come back up with the fucking this stream again. Okay, give it a second. Anybody else hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, now it shows that we're live again. I lost the stream temporarily.
Is it YouTube
Okay.
doing something?
Well, the OBS studio cut out and lost the stream for whatever reason. Now it's back. We'll monitor it and watch because I'd sure have to hate to start all over. I will. There's early in the show. I'll start the damn thing all over.
Okay, yeah. I mean, going back to what I was talking about, like movies in the 80s, do you remember that movie called Lucas?
No.
80s, Joe,
No.
Bill, movie called Lucas, 1986, about that ugly, nerdy white kid.
I know what you're talking about because I was going to say that before I noticed we were having problems with the stream. That back in the
And
80s, I know what he's talking about. What he was witnessing was shows that predicted add an actor who was the guy that couldn't get nobody in their life.
correct,
Okay, so this was really what you're seeing was social engineering in your face.
correct,
What you were watching was the social engineering of TFL.
correct. That's where I was trying to get my point across.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to say that because I totally understood you and I knew what you were saying.
Because the movie Lucas is about an ugly, nerdy white kid who lives below the poverty line, and he goes to an upper class prep school for rich white kids, and he can't find a date. Or I forget. It's a good movie, but it's very sad too at the same time because I can relate to like so many parts of that fucking movie, man. But it wasn't just that. There was other '80s movies that depicted the TFL struggle too. Um, just trying to remember all of them, but they're hard.
So,
Yeah,
so is the male suicide rate, is it more high than females?
Oh yeah, yeah,
oh yeah, well, for
definitely.
sure.
Because I tried going online, mate. There's not much online with that male suicide. They keep it really hushed up.
Well, that's that's part of the agenda because you don't want to put the actual numbers of male suicide out there because it's not going to look good for you. But you're not good. They're not going to be afraid to post female suicides, and they'll probably
No.
post them right. I mean, without a problem because then they can still paint the female out as the victim of the guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many articles about females dating up. Like there's even articles about hypergamy and how
Okay,
it's
I'll see
good
it.
for females to
Although
date older men.
the young girls today, all they want is chads. That's all they want. That's all they want. Even the girls who are
Well,
below average, they want chads.
well, Joe, what I'm seeing in Toronto is I'm seeing Chads in the friend zone. So I don't know if you're seeing that too in Australia.
Well, um, yes, but when I do see a girl, it's rarely with an average guy. It's usually with their girlfriend or with a chad or a guy who's above 6 foot. You
I
know, they
mean,
unless you're an Indian or an Asian person, then it's okay.
oh,
Asian
because
Indians, Asian Indians, they get away with it for some reason. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's not so bad where they live, but it's going to change eventually as you go more
well,
further on in the future with the programming. Because with the Asian Indians, they still date guys that are small, short, small frame guys. You know, they're not going for guys who are super tall, super muscular. They're not
yeah,
going for guys like that. The Asian
yeah.
girls and the Asian girls and the Indian girls are going for the average guy, below average guy. They only dedicate the Chad, but they'll take any guy they can get. But with the white girl, it's more obvious they just want a type of guy in that range, up, you know, the guys are Chad. If you're not that guy, it's game over, basically.
Yeah, Joe. But for what I'm seeing in Australia, a lot of the white girls in Australia, I think they have a white guilt, and they feel
What?
kind of bad for the
No, they don't.
indigenous natives in
No,
Australia.
no, no. That's just crap. That's not that they couldn't care, man. They're like any other girl out there in the world. They're just as fake, just as stuck up, entitled. They have that mentality. They're raised that way by their parents, and it's like everywhere you go. Europe, America, Canada. Mate, every guy is trying to go to. People are going to go. There's guys out there that travel to Brazil to find some good woman. The same
Yeah,
shit's there too as well.
yes, but
There's been there's a guy that a job consultant that I used to know went to Brazil for a couple of weeks to find a girl. He said the same problem there. There's the same problem there. There's
no,
still
like
just as bad as here.
what I'm talking
Would you,
about
would you
is
agree,
like
Bill?
what I'm saying is that the white girls in Australia, especially because you're from a big city, aren't you, Melbourne? So I'm
Um,
guessing Melbourne is like very liberal, and they have taught white girls over there that they're the oppressors,
oh yeah,
and
it's like that. You're getting the same shit. Same thing where you are. It's the same thing here. It's no different. If you come to Australia and live here, you'll find the same problem, the same situation. It's like
Yes,
that
yes,
everywhere you go. Maybe
yes.
back in the 70s and 60s it was different because women were not so stuck up in titles. But now the program is a lot more stronger and more dominant now than ever before. That's why most guys are just flaking out. They're just not getting anything. That's why TFL's going to go up.
That's correct. That would be
And the
spot
gay thing
on.
too as well.
And it's in your face because it's happening in so many places and around the world, and it is the same. You think you're gonna go overseas to meet some female, and you're only gonna go over there and run smack into what you're already running into where you're at.
It's the same thing, man. I thought it was different when I was 23. Went to Croatia, and it's the same shit. The girls are actually more stuck up there than what they are here. I can't believe it.
yeah, I mean, Europe is losing its touch. It's becoming more Americanized. Yes.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well,
it's been
Englandized.
oh well. Europe in general is fucked anyway with all the Middle Eastern people coming from Middle East. They're really fucking Europe up. I mean, Europe is gonna end up being a fucking third world country where it's going. A third world country, you know.
Have you seen?
Unless you're in Russia, Russia's doing well. Russia's doing very well for
No,
their economy.
I read some articles about Russia. They have the same problem over there too.
Oh
So
well, I'm referring to like Russia, like as if it's infrastructure, as if Russia like used to be that country that was very communism, but now it's just changing. It's getting more better, like in terms of like like the city and the people. Like there's jobs. It's doing well economically wise. It's doing well, but in terms of TFL, a guy living this life, it's bad. It's shit. It's fucking really bad.
well,
It's the
Russia
same as here,
has the
probably.
same high prison population as America, and I mean I read an article in Russia about two strippers. One stripper killed another stripper because of her good looks. So, yeah,
Far out. She killed
Russia's
another girl.
becoming Americanized.
Well, it's not so much Americanized, okay, or anythingized. It's part of the global agenda. Population reduction, divide and conquer, divide the genders up, okay? See, the Georgia Guidestones wasn't meant for just America. That was the
Everything.
world. That was the world planet.
You said 1 million. You said the population they want is 1,500,000 people to exist on the earth.
Yeah, well,
Is that correct?
pretty much, yes.
That's a lot of people have to die. I mean, Australia is 20 million.
Yeah,
Australia is 20 million. Now we're going to go up in the next decade with all the immigration from Middle East, and um, I mean, to bring down the population to that small number, 1,500,000 people, you're gonna
No,
have a lot of people that are gonna die.
Joe.
Yeah,
They want the population to 500,000.
500,000.
500,000.
It's not 1,500,000.
No, it's 500,000.
I would have to go back and look at the Georgia Guidestones, what they rule
I
on
thought
everything.
it was 1,500,000 they wanted.
500,000.
I thought they said I remember reading it and I said 1,500,000 people they want to exist. The rest,
They just want 500,000.
okay, well, whatever the number is, it's a low number either way. You know, 9 billion people on the planet we've got almost. And that's a shit number to go down. I mean, you're gonna have a nuclear war to bring down the numbers down in that degree. Would you agree, Bill? I mean, to bring it
Yes.
down that much, a nuclear war would be ideal to knock it all out. So, you know, like China is growing. I mean, they removed their baby policy. They used to have 2 babies per family. Now they don't care anymore. What the hell's going on with that? So a nuclear war is what they're after.
Yeah, but
It'd be like Planet of the, Planet of the Apes. You know that movie how those astronauts come back and they land and they find out there's apes run the world, and they find a lost city that was gone years ago, and they find out it was humanity that wiped stuff off the planet. It's kind of like that where we're heading, isn't it? Planet of the Apes, that movie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know what you're talking about
Yeah.
there, and it is sort of like that. But the reality is, regardless, the number is a low number, which means a lot of people got to. But when they made the statement that they want to control the number so it never rises above that again, it's in your face. There's only one way to control that number, and that's through the dating scene.
Well, what the government did was they just put, but they said, but the females are very like they all they do is they watch TV, go on
Yes, sir.
social media, and they see good-looking females with good-looking guys, right? So, what my take is that the powers to be, all they did was just put subliminal messages to the female brain, and they unfortunately the females just took the bait.
I can't believe how fucking dumb females are. Like, I can't believe that they actually believe this garbage. They actually believe that the garbage that's thrown in their head, the magazines, the books, and movies, actually believe it. Like we as males, we don't fall for it. We don't fall for it. Why is that, Bill? Why don't as guys we don't fall for it? It's easy, and yet we're being told we're the weak ones. The guys are the weak ones. We're the ones that are dumb and stupid. When actually the girls were dumb and stupid, not us.
Because
Why is that, Bill?
Because they flipped everything upside down on its head. They don't want the
Yep.
truth being told. They want everything set ass backwards, and you're to believe the lie, what's upside down on its head. And when you don't believe the lie because you're looking in reality and living it, then they don't want you speaking out about it. That's why TFL is considered one of the most taboo topics there is.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what I said last week when I said if Kim Kardashian got on her show and kissed an undesirable male, maybe, just maybe, that would change how men are treated by good-looking females, but
Or for a show.
I don't see that happening.
No, I
For a
think
show.
I think she'd probably be ridiculed and demonized for kissing the undesirable. She'd end up apologizing.
It'd be like, and
I,
it goes
I
back
don't
to,
watch I don't watch TV anymore, Bill. I really don't. I don't watch anymore. I've woken up. I just don't. I can't watch anymore. Now that I know the truth about how things really are, I've always known it in my heart, my soul, but I don't watch TV anymore. I just completely just walk away from it completely.
I stopped watching TV years ago.
I won't support this behavior. It's so not right. It's so wrong and disgusting.
It is.
I don't know how people. I don't know how people can get there and walk away, play dumb, and say it's all fine, it's all good. You have the problem when they know deep down inside it's true. They have no heart. They have no soul. The normies have no heart, no soul. Would you agree?
I would agree with that. Yes.
No heart, no soul. I'm sorry. I've got empathy. And in today's world, if you have that empathy, I think you're weak.
Yeah, well, that's
I think
exactly
you're a
it. You're considered weak if you have the empathy and care about what's right and wrong. That
yeah,
makes you weak. They actually don't make you weak. It makes you the opposite. It actually makes you strong against the weak. because it's the weak people that don't have it to begin with. But see how it's flipped upside down on its head again? Everything is flipped upside down on its head. See, Joe's not backwards. Joe's actually correct about what he's saying.
Yeah, but especially in California, there was an article about, Cali has like a very strong gonorrhea STD rate. There's females
Gonorrhea.
from like this is an epidemic of gonorrhea.
Is that a disease, like sexual disease? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Is that a
exactly. They call it the
yeah.
clap. The
The
clap.
crab?
Clap,
crab.
yep, crabs, clap,
Crabs.
VD, venereal disease.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Can you cure that? Can you cure that disease?
I think there's a cure for it, but
I know herpes. I know herpes are not a. I know herpes is not a. I know herpes is not a cure.
No,
Once you've got, you go for life.
herpes is for life.
My
yeah.
cousin's got that. My cousin's got that, mate. He fucked a girl and he got herpes from her. Hell. These girls, mate, they go around a lot. They whore out, don't they?
Well,
Fucking mutana.
you got to look at the reality. Is they not just people sleeping around that way? These girls are, but some of these people, I mean, just are literally are not clean. And you are thinking
It's
about
fucking
clean, but
disgusting.
it is disgusting. But reality is this, I got some
As a,
flyback on this. Okay, a few years back, when I made the statement simply that before two people go to bed together, they should be getting a shower. And the statement come back, no, that's after. And I said, so really? So you mean you don't mind going down there and doing something disgusting or going there with somebody who hasn't taken a shower, has had a bowel movement and had this and that, and then they just shut up and went quiet for a little bit and thought about it and said, well, I never thought of it that way. Well, the reality is if you're unclean to begin with, you're more acceptable to push getting a disease and spreading a disease.
yeah,
And then if you're sleeping around with a bunch of people, who knows how many times you may have slept with somebody else, and they
yeah.
had something, and I mean it's in your face. We just went offline again, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the show back up. So give me a moment, and I'll call you guys right back.
Bill.
It just resumed again. Man, they're
Hey,
messing
Bill.
with us.
Okay. Just stop the tape. I'll call it a night. I'll talk to you guys next week then. Okay, guys. Bye.
Okay, if that's what you want. Talk to you later.
All right.
Well, it looks like it resumed again. So I don't know what's going on with the stream for tonight. Now it's off again. So Joe, just sit put. I'm going to bring the stream back up and then I'll call you right back, okay?
Okay.
So just stay put. I'm not going to end nothing. I'm just going to reboot the system and then bring it back up because it keeps ending and coming back. So stay put and I'll call you right back. Give me a minute
Okay,
give me
right,
a couple minutes to reboot, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay.